Voices came on the scene when there was an awful lot of cynicism and pessimism about Alabama. And to me, what Voices has really done is give us a hope and a vision for the future.
In 1992, advocates in Alabama responded to the National Kids Count Data Book's ranking of Alabama as 48th in overall child well-being. On March 6th of that year, Dr. Jim Dirth, CEO of Children's Hospital, and Jarrett Stribling, Executive Director of the Alabama Power Foundation, convened a group of individuals who recognized the need for a Kids Count project in Alabama and a multi-issue child advocacy group to address the issues found in it. Through the work of this group, Voices for Alabama's Children came into being. And for 20 years, Voices has worked tirelessly towards its mission to ensure the well-being of Alabama's children through research, public awareness, and advocacy. In 1993, the Annie E. Casey Foundation awarded a grant to the Alabama Power Foundation to begin a state Kids Count project with Voices as a supporting organization. Voices also assisted First Lady Marsha Folsom in conducting listening sessions to hear individual problems of children and families. In 1994, Voices held a highly successful Summit on Alabama's Children and Families based on the listening sessions. That year marked the first Alabama Kids Count data book, published by the Alabama Power Foundation and distributed by Voices. In 1995, Voices published its first children's legislative report and began co-hosting United Voices meetings with the Montgomery Area United Way, giving advocates a way to track legislation affecting children. In 1996, Voices made the big move from Birmingham to Montgomery. The Annie E. Casey Foundation officially awarded the Alabama Kids Count project to Voices that year, and Voices became the Alabama member of the National Association of Child Advocates. Voices also began holding regional meetings across the state to hear the concerns of families. In 1997, Voices played a major role in the passage of bills establishing statewide child death review teams that resulted in a dramatic decline in child death in the state, and funding the first state child health insurance program, All Kids, for children not eligible for Medicaid. That year, Voices launched its website to provide information to more Alabamians and published the state's first children's legislative agenda based on input from regional meetings. Voices also engaged the Bloom Group to assist in lobbying for agenda issues. In 1998, Voices launched Birth to 5, the first campaign to inform Alabamians of the importance of early brain development. In 1999, Voices hosted 2 Success in Early Years, Implication for Alabama's Future conferences as part of its Birth to 5 work. It developed its one-of-a-kind brain train curriculum and played a key role in the legislation to create the Office of School Readiness. Voices was also instrumental in making usage of seatbelts a primary law and dedicating funds from the National Tobacco Settlement to the Children First Trust Fund. In 2000, as part of its Birth to 5 initiative, Voices established its Kids and Kin research program to understand the needs of relatives providing child care, and conducted a survey of kindergarten teachers in collaboration with the Department of Education, documenting the benefits of and need for high-quality pre-K. Voices also played a key role in passage of bills that would require criminal background checks for all state licensed child care workers. In 2001, Voices received a multi-year grant, one of only 10 in the nation, for public policy work from the Ford Foundation to continue its work on early learning. In 2002, Voices led the efforts for passage of the Graduated Driver's License Bill to reduce teen accidents and deaths, and worked for successful passage of a bill that would require all employees of public and non-public educational facilities to undergo a criminal background information check. That year, its 10th anniversary, Voices celebrated its many accomplishments, from Kids Count to the Birth to 5 initiative to all of its successful policy advocacy. In 2003, Voices introduced a new publication to complement the Alabama Kids Count data book, Our Children, How Are They Doing?, in response to requests from advocates. In 2004, Voices played a key role in the passage of the Foster Parents Bill of Rights, which provides rights to foster parents in order to help them more effectively care for the children they bring into their homes. Voices co-produced The Rural South, listening to families in Alabama, Kentucky, and Tennessee, and released Early Learning Left Out, an examination of public investments in education and development by child age. The publication documented how we fail to invest in the most important years of a child's development. In 2005, Voices in Alabama Arise created the Alabama Tax and Budget Handbook to help citizens better understand Alabama's tax system. That year, Voices received its first multi-year grant from the Marguerite Casey Foundation to support policy work, especially around child care. In 2006, Voices played a key role in strengthening Alabama's child passenger safety law, saving lives and preventing injuries to young children. It also founded the Alabama School Readiness Alliance with 3 other partners to advocate for state-funded, high-quality pre-K, and co-hosted the Children's Leadership Academy with the Department of Children's Affairs. In 2007, Voices conducted advocacy training and developed its first advocacy training toolkit, and worked with Auburn University at Montgomery to have prepared the economics of pre-K in Alabama in order to determine the return on investment for the state from investing in high-quality pre-K. This document was presented at the BCA Governmental Affairs Conference that year and brought new champions to advocacy for pre-K. In 2008, Voices played a key role in revision of the state's Juvenile Justice Code to provide low-risk, non-violent youthful offenders more appropriate treatment. And it held a Step Up for Kids rally on the steps of the state capitol. In 2009, Voices created the What Would It Take report to accompany the Alabama Kids Count data book and give county-specific numeric targets for improving various measures of child well-being. In 2010, Voices for Alabama's Children launched its Facebook and Twitter pages to reach new and broader audiences and create greater awareness of children's issues in Alabama. In 2011, Voices, in collaboration with the Alabama Partnership for Children, launched the Don't Be in the Dark About Childcare campaign on the prevalence of uninspected childcare in Alabama. Voices also introduced the idea for building a children's movement in Alabama at the annual Alabama Kids Count Conference. In 2012, the Kids Count National Data Book ranked Alabama 45th in overall child well-being, the state's best ranking to date. Voices held 6 regional meetings across the state and officially launched the Alabama Children's Movement. Today, Voices for Alabama's Children continues to develop and distribute the What Would It Take report and the annual Alabama Kids Count Data Book, which is the only comprehensive source of data on child well-being in each of Alabama's 67 counties. Voices regularly reaches over 1 million Alabamians each year through presentations, conferences, workshops, PSAs, op-eds, news articles, TV, radio, and social media. Voices continues to provide vital information to the media, policymakers, and engaged citizens on the conditions of Alabama's children, to explain the consequences of all of us if we don't do better, and propose and advocate for policy solutions to improve the lives of children.